So I'd like to talk to you today about the Power of Design exhibit. This is an exhibit that has been at the Hamilton Museum of Steam and Technology, and it's all about electrical infrastructure and architecture and making electrical substations look beautiful or blend into communities. A lot of people don't realize, but Hamilton was once called the Electric City. That was a nickname given to our city. And that was because we were the first city in Canada to receive high-tension power to bring electricity from the Niagara region to Hamilton where it could be used. And that was done using the technology developed by Nikola Tesla. And there is an early example in this image of a Tesla tower. It's this one here next to the modern tower. And that brought power from Niagara to Hamilton. Once the power was in Hamilton, it then had to be stepped down using transformers so it could be used by industry and by people. And we'll talk about that in just a second. Power first came to Hamilton, it was a new and grand thing, and the buildings were built to show off this new thing called electricity. So they were quite grand themselves. This is Cataract Power, for instance, one of their buildings. The reason these buildings existed at all, however, was because when electricity arrives at high voltage, it can't be used in people's homes. So you have to step it down, and in order to do that, you need to have a building called the substation. So substations change over time as perception of power changes as well. So a very good example of a building that shows civic pride is the hydro station on Houston Street. So you can see this is built to appear beautiful, but also solid and substantial, and sort of imply that electricity is here to stay and that electricity is important. So we've got columns by the door. Proudly, we have hydroelectric above the door. The windows have beautiful Romanesque arches. It's made of beautiful brickwork. The idea is to make a building that stands out and that says that hydroelectricity is this new, important thing, and it should be respected and it should be trusted. So as time goes on, people's perceptions of electricity change. So instead of being these grand buildings that are designed to be seen and need to look solid, electricity now wants to blend into the neighborhood. It's part of everyday life. It still needs to be trusted, but it needs to be trusted to be in your community. So what ends up happening is that electrical substations, and both these buildings are examples of electrical substations, start to blend into the community. So they look like houses. Still a trusted part of the community, trusted in fact to be next door to you, but not necessarily to be called out or to be seen. There's more than that in this exhibit. When you have the opportunity to see this exhibit, however and whenever it goes back out, I urge you to do so. There's fascinating history of electrical infrastructure in Hamilton is presented in the Power of Design exhibit. And I'll just leave with the thought that electricity will stay with us. It's going to be part of our future as well as part of our past, and our attitudes towards it and how we build infrastructure to illustrate what electricity is, how we use it, and how we perceive it will change over time as well.